Asterisk, have you ever noticed how some women do not flirt in a loud or obvious way? Instead, they quietly test your awareness, especially if you are a man over 50. Women behave differently around you at this stage of life. They do not want to appear needy, and they do not want to seem overly available. Rather than being direct, they often ask certain questions. These questions act like messages hidden in plain sight. Many men overlook them without realizing what is happening. Many men over 50 believe they are invisible to women, whether younger women or women their own age. The truth is very different. Mature men often become more attractive when they finally understand how women think and feel. The real issue is not women. The real issue is misunderstanding. Many men move through life believing a woman was just being friendly when she was actually opening a door to deeper connection. Women rarely show interest openly. Instead, they test your emotional calm, your presence, and your ability to notice subtle details. Feminine psychology works quietly and indirectly. When a woman begins to see you as someone she could trust emotionally, physically, and intimately, her energy shifts. Her conversation moves from casual talk into intentional curiosity. She begins asking questions that are designed to reveal important things about you. Each question is meant to reveal your strength as a man, whether you are grounded or insecure, your emotional and practical availability, and your awareness. Awareness means whether you can recognize genuine interest when it appears. This is when the two key questions begin to surface. To understand why these questions matter so deeply, it helps to understand the psychology behind them. Many men over 50 expect clear and obvious signals because they grew up in a time when people communicated more directly. Women today, including mature women, express attraction differently. They rarely say outright that they are attracted to you or want to get closer. Instead, they explore emotionally first. They feel before they move. Women ask carefully chosen questions to see if you are a man they can approach without risking rejection. There is a quiet fear many women carry, especially with older men. If she shows interest too clearly, she may worry that he will see her as needy or desperate. Because of this, she hides her attraction inside curiosity. She places it within questions that appear harmless to a man who is not paying attention. If these moments are missed, she often will not repeat the invitation. Women rarely offer the same emotional opening twice. Feminine psychology is layered and subtle. Women often use questions in the same way men use actions. When a man feels drawn to someone, he offers help, guidance, protection, or support. When a woman feels drawn to someone, she asks a question that gently hints at closeness. While many questions appear in everyday conversation, only to show up consistently when a woman is carefully exploring intimacy with a mature man. She is not asking these questions to invade your life. She asks because she wants to feel your emotional warmth. She wants to sense whether you are calm, steady, and open to her energy. She wants to know whether you stand confidently in your masculinity or hide behind politeness. These questions are not about gathering facts. They are about creating connection. Think of these questions as emotional bridges. She places them gently to see whether you step forward with presence. When you do, something shifts inside her both mentally and physically. Most men answer these questions literally without hearing what lies beneath. A wiser and more grounded man listens for the deeper meaning. When she asks, she is checking alignment, awareness, and emotional readiness. When a woman feels drawn to you, she does not need to see displays of money, power, or impressive stories. She needs to feel that you are present, emotionally steady, and self-aware. These two questions matter because they are invitations. They are moments where connection can deepen or quietly disappear. The first question she asks is designed to reveal your emotional availability. It is not about your schedule, it is about your heart. She wants to know whether your life has space for her emotionally. She is asking whether you are open or closed, whether you can connect, or whether you are hiding behind routines. Women do not like wasting emotional energy. They test for openness before revealing deeper interest. This question is similar to a man leaning slightly closer to see whether a woman leans in or pulls away. Many men miss it because they believe she is just making conversation. The second question focuses on your direction. It is not about your job or career goals. It is about your inner direction. She wants to feel whether your life has purpose, movement, and masculine stability. Women do not open emotionally to men who drift. They open to men who are anchored. Men who know who they are and where they stand. This question helps her feel whether you are emotionally alive and whether she can feel safe in your presence. It is not about details. It is about your core. These questions matter deeply for men over 50. Many women assume that by this stage of life you have already lived through many emotional chapters. They hesitate to step into your world unless they feel sure they will matter. These questions are her way of checking whether there is room for her and whether your life is moving with intention. The first question often appears as, Do you spend a lot of time alone? It sounds innocent, but it is not. It is her way of asking whether there is space for her in your life. She may phrase it in different ways, such as asking if you usually go out alone or if you enjoy solitude. This question is never about loneliness, it is about access. A woman asks this only after she has already imagined herself somewhere in your life. If she felt nothing for you, she would not care how you spend your time. When you answer, it is important to show openness without desperation. A calm response signals emotional safety and possibility. The second question often sounds like, "What are you looking for these days?" This question is never casual. It is deeply personal and emotionally revealing. She asks it only when she sees you as meaningful. She wants to know whether you are intentional, emotionally available, and open to something real. A grounded answer shows clarity without pressure. It communicates confidence without walls. When you answer with presence and intention, she feels seen and respected. This is deeply attractive, especially for women considering emotional closeness with a mature man. Women over 40 and 50 do not play games. They do not flirt like teenagers. They move with quiet intention. They test emotional safety first. They value presence more than words. A man over 50 is not invisible. He becomes powerful when he is calm and attractive when he is grounded. These two questions measure openness and direction. A man who is emotionally open and moving with purpose creates attraction. Women do not need perfection. They need clarity. Clarity creates safety, and safety awakens desire. A woman who wants intimacy will not say it directly. She will ask whether you are emotionally open and whether your life has direction. These questions are about your energy. When you recognize them, you stop guessing and start responding with awareness. Women want a man who is alive inside, emotionally awake, and grounded. When a woman asks these questions, she is not collecting information. She is trying to feel your emotional world and decide whether stepping closer will feel safe, warm, and meaningful.